All right, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Show and Tell. It's me, Lady Ada, with me, Mr. Lady Ada, on camera control. We're broadcasting live here from downtown Manhattan, home of Adafruit in New York City and the rest of New York City, which is not as nearly as interesting as Adafruit. But right now, we have a most interesting half an hour. We have 30 minutes of all the people in the community making stuff, sharing stuff, showing stuff. It's Show and Tell. We're going to kick it off with Kevin from DigiKey, and then we'll call on other people. We'll be out of here at 7:55. Take 2-3 minutes when we call on you to show off your thing. Start it off, Kevin.
Hey, good.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Good. Hello.
Hello.
Good. So, a quick project that I have working on. I got my Feather RP2040,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty excited about. And for some reason, I couldn't get my 14-year-old daughter to come on Show and Tell tonight. But we're working on a project for her for school.
Yeah.
Trying to teach her how to do CircuitPython programming, and it's a solar system.
Ooh.
So it's a work in progress. It's not real pretty yet, but I have just a little test code in here. So it just spins around, and the Earth spins with the moon around it.
Ah.
Of course, it'll keep going all the way around, but just for testing, I only have it going back and forth.
That looks cool.
Good idea. We're doing some RP2040 robotics projects with Cricut as well because the chip came out, and we have like tons of projects, keyboards, obviously, because people like making keyboards. But the thing that we built around the Feather ecosystem was a bunch of robotics and stuff. And now that we have a Feather RP2040, we can do robotic stuff. So stay tuned for that because you might be able to do, what is it called, an orrery?
Orreries?
Or an orrery? Yeah, you could do lots of. You could have multiple things going on.
Here's a fun tip. Turn the servo upside down and put the feather on the body of the orrery, and that way it can spin all the way around.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right? You flip the servo upside down because it can work either way.
Yep.
But that way the cabling goes up, and then you can just glue the feather onto that stick.
Okay, that makes
battery,
sense.
and then it can rotate. The other thing won't be able to the moon, but
that makes sense. So then it'll constantly.
Oh no, yeah, it can because that's not twisting around itself. Yeah, so that way you can have the whole thing twist constantly, I believe.
I knew there was a reason I came on Show and Tell.
Yeah. That's why I'm the engineer.
I like it.
Yeah,
We'll do that.
I'm going to be sending your 14-year-old daughter a bill.
Yeah, please do.
I demand your Halloween candy for 3 years.
She's an excellent manager. She outsourced her homework to both DigiKey and Adafruit and an MIT engineer. So good work on her. Can't wait to work for her one day.
I'll make sure she tells her teacher.
Okay, no, actually, I want the most delectable treat you can have from a 14-year-old girl. She has to say I'm cool.
That sounds good.
All right.
I'll send you a video of her saying you're cool.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll see it.
The lifeblood.
We follow you on TikTok, so we'll just look for it on TikTok.
No, I'm just kidding.
That sounds good. I'll make her do a TikTok.
Okay.
All right. You got anything else, Kevin?
That's what I got for this week.
All right.
All right.
Out of this world. Good stuff.
Exactly.
When I die, I want to be reborn as your 14-year-old daughter. It sounds like a fun time. Electronics all the time.
All right.
Cool.
Next up,
Erin.
Erin.
All right, next up, Erin.
Hello. So I'm spending this winter up in the mountains and needed to make myself an LED snowboard. So that's what I've been working on this week. I've got it all finished, so I just wanted to show it off. I'm working on the tutorial this week, and ooh, there it goes.
That's cool.
Ooh.
We'll get launched next week, but I just wanted to come and show it off. So I'm using a Feather M4 Express and a prop maker wing. And I actually built the whole enclosure inside of this GoPro case. GoPro case is submersible and absolutely unbreakable. So I figured putting it on the snowboard would, there's already GoPro cases out there.
It's great. Why don't try to design your own waterproof case? They did a great job with that.
Absolutely. And the cool thing about it is that there are buttons on the case already that I can just I used a little bit of thermoplastic to just stick my momentary switch in there. So I can press the button on the case and the modes will change.
Nice.
It's pretty great. So I don't have to open it up when I'm in the snow and risk getting my electronics wet or anything like that. I got a bunch of different modes on there. I've been using the LED animations library and CircuitPython and just layering modes on top of each other, which it, of course is getting a little out of hand, but it's an LED snowboard. I think it's supposed to be a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, totally.
But the cool part is I've got a couple of modes or one mode set up with the accelerometer. So let's see if I can get there. No, it's not going to want to let me go there. But so that it knows which edge you're on, and it will light up. Now, of course, it's not going to work for the demo, but it will light up the edge that you are currently on, so that it
as you trace
as you
it.
drive down the mountain, it'll light up the
Yeah.
left side or the right side. I can't get it to work at the moment, but
It's okay. We believe you. It's a lot. I mean, look, it's already flashing lights. It's looking great. You did the live demo.
Yeah, and it does work, and I got it out there on the slopes. I'm going to do one more video shoot this weekend, and then do some night skiing and hopefully get this launched pretty soon. But this is a really, really fun tutorial, and I'm excited about this this particular idea.
I like the GoPro hack. I like how you always bring a little bit of that Erin magic to every project, like the tips and tricks. That's where it's at.
Absolutely.
All right, good work, Erin.
Thank you.
And one note for the people who build things out there, GoPro is an interesting company. I always thought it was neat that currently still we all have these super HD phones that we can record like 4K in, but GoPro still has a place. So just because like a phone can do everything doesn't mean there isn't single serving devices or devices that you can't build yourself or make or use with your projects. Because would you put your phone there and do the same thing? Probably not. So they're like GoPro occupies this different space. So anyways, I like GoPro.
Good work, Erin.
Good stuff.
All right, next up, knowing Pedro.
They use GoPros a lot.
They love GoPros. Yeah. And they have spectacles. They're like the last spectacle users.
Yes. So what's up, folks? So we also have a Feather RP 2040 project. And really what we wanted to do was just highlight the Stemma QT, the built-in Stemma QT. So this is a little demo I put together. And to kind of put it all together, we have this Lego base plate. So we added some more Lego 3D printed parts to our arsenal of existing Lego compatible plates. So the new one here is the 1.5 inch OLED, and really that was the newest one. Oh, and the battery thing. That's right, a little battery bit.
That's cute.
Because Pedro previously did the Feather one, which, hey, this is Feather, and it works with all the feathers. And what was this one? Is like the 0.9 inch.
We have
so many different. We kind of categorize them by like what are the
that looks like the standard Stemma QT. It's 1 inch by 0.7 inch, which is like 98% of QT boards fit in that size. Sometimes you have to make them a little bigger, but for the most part, almost all of our sensors are that size.
Yeah, which is great. So some good standardization there. And yeah, definitely check out the little video that we put together. And if you want to get some of these Lego plates, we have them on our usual places. And you can search for Stemma Lego and the Learn system, and the guide will pull up for it. So I got a little base plate here to kind of hold it up. And you can also 3D print the little AdaBot there. He is indeed 3D printed.
Quite cute.
Quite cute. Yeah. So definitely check it out. Really awesome work, Lamar, on the Feather. This is our favorite Feather.
Yay!
It's like all the projects.
More to come.
Cool stuff. And we're going to show your Feather video tonight, the RP 2040, and the speed up of a sandworm, which is a really cool 3D print that you did.
Good. More Dune.
Yeah.
You got to wait a year till that movie's out. All right. Thanks, Dan Pedro. All right. Next up, Melissa.
Hi.
Hello.
I have an Apple IIc, which is like the compact version of the Apple IIe. And this one, it's having some disk issues, which I'm working on. But this was actually my mom's that she gave me to work on, so I'm trying to get it in a working condition at this point.
What are you going to run on the Apple II?
Whatever software she has.
Okay.
I also have like this little tiny monitor.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So.
Oh, I just want to take it home. It's so adorable.
That is
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, let us come back on show and tell as you get this going.
Yeah, totally.
I saw someone, they had a Mac and they were showing the Mac Paint and the Adafruit e-ink display. Somehow they were showing the same image at the same time. And there was like an Arduino connected between the two. I'm just like, what is this? You sent it to me. You're like,
Yeah, I don't know what it was either, but I thought it was cool.
neat.
There was like a Mac Plus and Mac Paint, and then they had that image. They somehow saved the image from Mac Paint and exported it from whatever format. I don't even remember what Mac Paint saves as, and then changed it into like a bitmap so they could display it on a MagTag. So
unlike the first retro wave, like 10, 15 years ago, like as Make was doing a lot of maker fairs, that was like the first, another retro wave. This round right now, there's way more resources. Like you can actually almost get anything for retro stuff.
And another thing that's kind of interesting is like we're actually getting fast enough with chips that I hear people be like, "Oh yeah, like I banged NuBus." You know what I mean? Like you can do weird shit that like we finally got to the point where it's like, "Oh, I can like fake peripherals and like make an ADB like local talk adapter using like an STM32. So like people are doing like weird stuff because chips are getting good enough. Like the microcontroller is now like 20 times faster than the processor you're connecting it to.
Yeah, we'll emulate an Apple on an XP or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, next up, Scott and his collection of flash chips.
Hello, spoiler alert. So I just got a DigiKey order. So thank you to Kevin and DigiKey. And what's in the box? Huh?
He packed it and sent it himself.
I'm sure he did. There's just a bunch of chips in here. So I've been doing a lot of flash work, and I went a little crazy because flash chips are generally pretty cheap. So I just bought 3 of a bunch of them because I wanted to be able to both test with them and just like see all of the different data for them. What you're seeing on the screen is that we have this new repo called adafruit/nvm.toml, which is my idea for how a bunch of us can just collaborate on a central location for all the settings about different flash chips. So I bootstrapped it with the settings we had in CircuitPython, and I'm working on moving CircuitPython completely to that. But now I've got a whole bunch more that I could potentially add to there as well. And I just wanted to show also what I've been doing with them. The way that I store them, and probably what I'll do during Ask an Engineer, is these AidTech boxes that I got off Amazon. They're awesome because they're little tiny boxes, and so they're perfect for SMD stuff. And it turns out I went through and added a bunch more there. You can fit like LQFP 100 chips in here, which is
cute.
Probably not perfect for like static
USB
stuff. But for me, where it's like I've got 1 or 2 and I probably won't use them, but maybe sometime I'll need them. Like this is way more compact than putting them in packaging.
Oh, post a link in the Discord. I'm sure people are gonna. I want to pick up one of those. Those look handy. I like that it closes on itself for protection.
Yeah, and actually, let's see. So I put stickers on them to know which one's which. And I have a spreadsheet that tells me what's in every part, but they actually do have a second size. So this one has like chunkier ones.
That one looks good.
So you can see that like over here, there's the like spring things there too.
Yeah.
So I've been really
SMT parts maybe too.
Yeah, it's been great. I just got rid of a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I get more things, so I have to figure out how to compact them more and more. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll have all these flash chips to reference when I need them. And if folks are doing anything with flash chips like this, and you find that you need to know like what chips support what, check out the TOML stuff.
The JEDEC IDs, what a nightmare. Every product or project, you have to start from the beginning.
Right.
A good resource.
Yeah. The goal is to have just one specific place for all of it.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Next up, I'm going to kick in with Liz and her star.
Hello, how's it going?
Hey, Liz.
So I've been working on a Sailor Moon prop thing. There's a star locket in the anime, and so this week I was working on the 3D printing. So this is a snap fit. The battery died like right as show and tell was kicking off, so that's why I'm plugged into USB right now. But this snaps fit on top there, and then the top also snaps fit. So you get kind of that locket view. And then there's a spot for the speaker to mount, and right here on the back, there's a spot for a switch that's going to mount. And then I was thinking about assembly, and the Circuit Playground will mount into these little kind of posts here with them 3 screws. Mm-hmm. And then in the back, you can attach the gizmo with the screws, so everything's all nice. And then these allow you to press the buttons on these little cutouts here. So
nice.
That was a fun Fusion 360 adventure.
Looks great. I love that. I love that kind of curved bump on the top.
Thanks. And I actually brought the shape in by tracing the star, like a picture from the anime too. So it's like got that.
That's why it's so wide. All right, great. Good work, Liz.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up, Alex. Hello. Hey, Alex. Good to see
Alex,
you.
how's it going?
Hey, what's up? I'm really excited because I published my first tutorial in a while, which is this ESP8266 programmer which I also turned into an earring because I thought it'd be stylish. It's based
Well,
on a Ouija board.
you're always like hanging out with ESP66s, and then you're like, bam, I got to program you.
I know. I've made some programming jigs in the past, and it looked janky as crap. It was also, it didn't just look janky, it was super janky. It's really hard to, I don't know, just so much soldering, which I love, but also I figured it would be a good idea to do a PCB of it, partly because I wanted to learn KiCad, and also because I'm working on this thing called WidgetCraft, which is a project that's like a bunch of arcane tech tools that are like, if I have to have, you know, custom tools to program stuff, why not make them beautiful and culty and witchy and stuff? So
Love it.
it's like part of a series. And I have a little one that's plugged in here to sort of show what it's like when it's assembled. So we've got this little 2x4 pin header, like female header over here. We've got the FTDI boys plugged into this male header over here. And then you've got a couple buttons on the bottom. So when you need to program it, you like push them both down.
Oh, I
and then
love
you
it.
release
That's so cute.
thanks. It's really satisfying too in a tactile way. Like, oh my God, you have no idea. So this is another one of the like widget craft type ideas where this is some like old public domain images that are super cool called Coral's Emblems. And this is more like, both of these are like Osh Park After Dark, which is like my favorite thing ever. It's so good. This is like copper underneath the clear solder.
No, it looks beautiful. It looks copper etched. Yeah, this is a great look.
Oh, it kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's so shiny and beautiful. And like a sneak peek, I'm like working on integrating this Blue Fruit guy with the Neosensory Buzz wristband, which will be a tutorial in the next like week or two. But yeah, that's what I got for you.
All right, we'll keep coming back and showing this stuff. We played around with like Ouija board ideas and electronics, and the last mag tag we had tarot cards. We wanted to like combine all those things. So thanks for.
Wait, I think I saw that. I think I like favorited that on Twitter.
Yeah, and the thing is, we were looking at like there's a lot of like electronic ghost hunter projects, and that could be kind of a cool inspiration for you. Like it's like you like talk to the paranormal through your electronics. Because like if people always say like, oh, like N-log or RF is like black magic, it's like, well, what if it really was black magic? Like, what if you had to like cast spells?
the carvings and the etches from tarot cards, turns out they just look amazing on e-ink screens too.
Yeah,
I bet. Yeah, with that like old school high contrast, it sounds really nice.
Make it electronic.
And I feel like the robot familiars kind of play into the same idea where it's like this little, you know,
I love it. Witchytronics.
All right, Alex, we'll keep coming back and showing more stuff.
It's a thing. Come back.
It's good to see you guys. See you around.
Good to see you start working on projects again.
All right.
Thanks,
next
Alex.
Up, let's go to
Sai.
Sai, take it away.
Hey, Sai, welcome back.
Hi. So I designed a carrier board for my Raspberry Pi Pico to add cellular connectivity.
Oh, cool.
This is my first time designing something with, I believe it's called the M.2 form factor.
Yeah.
The cellular card comes in the M.2 form factor. And the cool thing about this is that it acts as an I2C peripheral. So the Pico drives the cellular module. I got it working except for like a very small change. And I have my stemma connector so that I could connect any sensor I want and, collect data. I need to further refine this design. But I was really surprised that, even though I saw that I got it working in one go. But solving
Your Picophone.
Congratulations. That sounds like super fun. All right. Well, if you end up using CircuitPython with the Pico, we have a couple cellular modules, libraries for like the AT command set. If you're using AT commands, you might be able to just get it working. That'd be fun. You could just like plug in sensors and use all of our libraries to get sensor data over MQTT or RAS.
Yeah, I can use Adafruit.io.
Yeah.
I did use CircuitPython. It was quite easy to, download the binary and get going.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, keep coming back and showing that. And if it gets to a spot where you want to share it, you can email me, pt@Adafruit, and we'll put it up on the blog and in the newsletter.
Yeah.
I think this is the first Picophone so far I've seen.
Picophone.
That's what I'm calling it.
Beep, beep, Picophone.
I like it. I never thought of a name for the project. Thank you.
Picophone.
Well, everyone, you saw that rotary phone that used our stuff. It was the portable rotary phone. So there's a lot of cool phone stuff that you can do. And now we have another chip. All right, cool.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sai.
All right, next up, we're going to go to Ron.
Ron,
we're going to speed round it, everybody, because we only have 8 minutes. So take it away. If everyone can keep it to like a minute-ish, we can get to everyone.
So I've been slowly working on putting more sensors around my house, and so I started working with an ESP 8266 and a BME 280 to read temperature and humidity data to send it off to a server, a Node.js server I'm running. And I have a few of them around just because I live in a really old, drafty apartment, so the temperature is different everywhere. But I wanted at least one of them to have some display, so I picked up an E display, and so this will deep sleep after, for a minute after it sends the data off to the server. It's running off a 6600 milliamp hour battery. And then it updates this about every 3 minutes, 3 cycles, because you can't update these too often. But yeah, it's using these ADS 1115 to read the battery voltage and also send that off to the server. So
That's cool. All right, you've got your little low power sensor module. Good work there.
Yeah.
Thanks. So much.
Nice work.
All right, next up, let's go to
2231 puppy.
Hi, so I have a project that I've been working on for a pretty long time. It's called the Carbot.
Okay.
So you can kind of guess what it is, but it's actually, in my opinion, no, I don't mean to brag, but kind of cool. So
I'm sure it's cool. Show it off.
I'm gonna share a tab. There's also a video. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, as long as you can show it in like a minute or so.
Yeah, so I don't have the actual thing. It's in the garage under my workbench, but
Yeah, it's a car. It's a car bot. Yeah,
it's
of
car
course.
bot.
It's
Car bot. Bot
goes
car.
goes in the garage.
Oh,
That is cool.
that is cool.
Alexa, tell Cool Controller Carbot forwards 3.
This is live from the Amazon warehouse.
Tell Cool Controller Carbot forwards 15.
You've become the Lego turtle.
Buckle up.
That's so cool.
so
All right, nice work.
oops, don't want to play it again. I've got a few pictures.
Yeah, how'd
This
you
is
do
me
this?
working on it. That right there, can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
That's a power bank to power it
Mhm.
all. Inside of it, I'm gonna click through kind of fast
So
and
a lot of wiring,
it's all
speakers.
assembled.
My
Yeah.
first Tesla.
This was like a kid's car from Amazon, so it came with a cheap radio system. And then this is all the inside again and me working on it. So yeah, that's it.
Wow, that's so
All right.
awesome.
Good stuff. If you write it up as a project, let us know and we'll put it up on the blog and more. I'm sure this will go viral, as they say, because it's an electric car and it's Alexa. It's all the things combined into one.
I love
So
it.
let
Good
us-
work.
Let us know.
All
Or if you post it online, we can.
Okay, the
distribute
only
it.
thing it needs next week when you come by, I want you to add some more LEDs. I think you have to like add some
Like ground
blinking.
effects. and
Actually,
stuff.
Yeah, you have to
bought-
add ground effects or
I
like
actually bought 2 sidelight NeoPixel bars that I was going to put on it.
yeah, you gotta do that. Because you gotta be safe at night.
Okay, I was
All
going
right.
to use them in a sword, but okay.
All right.
Well, we can
we'll see.
recycle them.
We'll see you next week with
All right.
some
Bye.
more LEDs.
Okay, don't epoxy them. Just use like tape or something. You can take them off.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
thank you. Bye bye.
Next up, Joey. How's it going, Joey?
Hey, Jerry.
Howdy, y'all. I'm bringing back a project that I kind of showed a few weeks ago, the Picorder.
Yep.
But I did another revision of it that's kind of a little bit different, fixes some of my mistakes and adds some buttons instead of the touch matrix. I'm going to share my my screen really quick. Yeah. So this is a demo that I did a while back with the Elwyn book, but this is y'all's air quality monitor.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, it's just using this to kind of page through different screens of statistics, kind of air quality over time. Yeah, it's just I got this little 3D printed case that I'm kind of iterating on. But yeah, just like a second revision of the Picorder to kind of, get in a state where I could share it. And I put the design files up on GitHub so I can share that in the Discord chat whenever.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, most impressive thing for me is you managed to keep that sharp memory display from ripping off of the connector tab. Gotta be careful. That was very delicate.
Treacherous.
All right, thank you, Joey. Keep on making cool stuff. Watches and
All right. We still
more.
have 1,
Okay.
2, 3. We still have 4 people. So
Oh,
if
no.
everyone can keep it to
I didn't see those
under
other
a
people.
minute. Yeah, there's more people.
Sorry.
So
All right, Ariel.
Ariel Wolf.
Hey,
Wolf,
hey,
sorry.
Juan.
Hi. Here, I'll put my camera up. So I'm on a team where we have a car in university and we make a car, and I'm on the data acquisition team. So
Yeah.
we have this is like a tie rod, I think it is, and I use a little strain gauge and a pico and amplifier. And if you look, the LEDs light up depending on what direction you pull it. So it's very light bends, but with the amplifier board, the data actually comes out, which was very difficult to do, even though it seems very simple, because amplifiers were very difficult to use. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, good work on that strain gauge. Looks like you got data coming out, and you're ready to log it and keep your car nice and safe. Every person that works on the car does a little bit together. I hope you win.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, good stuff.
Okay.
All right, next up we're going to go to Dandy, then Mark, then David, if we can get to everybody.
Hey, Dandy.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
So when I was last here a few months ago, I just designed my first PCB, and since then I've designed a whole bunch of them. I kind of got the bug. So I'll show a couple. My most polished one is this thing, which I just put on my brand new Tindy store, and this is called the Ohm Parade, and it's a little variable resistor or programmable resistor. I was thinking you could also think of it as a digital potentiometer, except the digits in this case are your finger digits.
Yes.
So you flip the switches and basically can turn this into any resistance between 10 ohms and 2.5 kilo ohms, and then plugs right into your breadboard and kind of use it when you can't find
any
the
situation.
Exactly. Any resistor you need, or you can plug in a little LED and see how the brightness varies with different resistance. So, so just a little like handy tool to have around, and get my feet wet in designing something a little more like a polished product.
Good work.
And then lately I've been way into PCB art, and this is what I'm really excited about is this badge I'm working on. That's nice. The Perseverance rover.
Ooh,
and so soon I'll be doing a batch of these in gold too. So this is kind of a tracing of the details of the Perseverance rover mast. So
yeah, good use of the mast to make it look like the horizon on Mars
like
as well. That looks really
on
good.
Mars, yeah, you have the copper showing through the
that's a really nice effect.
It's cool.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Dan. Keep coming by. Show off your cool art.
Bye.
All right, now we're going to go to Mark and then David. Let's see if we can
wrap up in a minute.
Yeah, try to do the best you can.
All right, this is just quick. I was doing my numbers last week, and just before the show, of course, it is gone dark. One moment. There we go.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just managed to get it all soldered up and trying to make sure it works before I actually epoxy down the covers on top of it. And yeah, the next step is to actually hook it up to hopefully the Feather S2 so it can control it through Wi-Fi.
Yeah. And this project is for folks to be able to find which house is yours, because some of them look the same, and now you're going to have the only multicolor house numbers.
Yeah, being able to make it flash when people are coming by. And
that'd be funny. Be like,
else.
find the one of the flashing lights.
Yeah.
All right. Good work, Mark. Very handy.
Thanks a lot.
Your DoorDashers will thank you too.
All right, David, play us out.
Hello. So this is a pre-stemma kind of I2C board. And this is a stemma board. And then I figure out that I could do this. And then I can plug one of my old boards into this and have a stemma connector for free. So yeah, that was my great idea soldering.
It's a good idea.
And then, okay, I think time out because you have another show to run.
Yeah, we got to do another show. Do you want?
This is a great idea. Good.
Yeah, good idea.
Good ideas.
Do you want to come back next week and show more of the collection?
Yeah, sure. But this week is special because I don't have to go to sleep too late to be in sync with you because we are not in the same time.
Oh,
so I can try.
All right. Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Okay, we'll keep coming back, and thanks for sharing that.
All right, thanks everybody. Wow, we had epic, like 15 people.
That was one of the biggest show and tells we've done in a long time.
Okay, well, people are coming back.
That's good.
Again.
Nature's healing.
Nature's healing.
Okay, so we'll see everybody next week. Next week, JP, I believe, is host, and then Noah and Pedro, and then we're back after that. We're rotating all these out so everyone get a chance to host on our team more. And we'll be doing Ask an Engineer, 8 p.m., just a couple minutes. And thank you so much, everyone, for making this the best half an hour of our week, every single week. Show and tell. See you in a few minutes.
Don't remember, I'm cool.
Yeah, you got to get a TikTok, though. TikTok, sir, doesn't count.
Oh, no.